So back at the bus, the building continues and we're getting ready for the major build. I'm back at the camper van build and we're just having a look now at the catch up. So they've not done the back windows, they're going to tint the back windows because they don't know exactly how that's going to go. They don't know what they're building here just yet. They've had to change a few plans, so we'll come to that later. But you can see by the side windows now, they've now got the 2-pack paint on. And it does look really good. They've got their all the windows to the shapes that they want them, and it's looking really good, much better than painting like you see some people do it. This is much smoother and just looks right. And see the other side is all cut out now, all painted out now and done exactly as they want to do it. And the reason why this is here is because they'll be building stuff around here. So you won't see this from the inside, you won't see any of this black once they get it all right and once boarded up. Got the insulation in now. This is 50mm Celotex or Rectosil, whatever they call it. That's all gone in now and all the edges are taped up. This is just simply pushed in. Then you put the soundproofing behind that, then that goes on, then the tape over the cracks and everything like that, just to fully seal it in. And as you can see, that's all done now. Floors are all in now with the service hatches. On the other side, they're now up to window level with the insulation. The brackets here are what they're using for the seats. So they've got the seats taken out at the minute, obviously you can't see them, but this is where they're going to go. This is just to remind them that the seats are going to, that's where the seats fit, so they don't overlap anything and make sure they get it right when they put it all back together. So we are now at the point where the building this can actually start. They've still got the roof to put the insulation on, which will be coming shortly. They have got the insulation, I think they're waiting for tape to tape it off, but they've basically got everything they need to do that. They'll be getting on with that before long. And they'll put the insulation on the inside of the glass, which will help keep the condensation down. They've started to run the cables now, so they'll put 35mm cables in here which will go to the B2B from the normal engine batteries. They're all ready to be fastened in now. And they've just started running cables which they've put through this trunk in. And they just bend this trunk and it all goes outside. In my opinion, that's the best way to do it. If you want to put another wire in, you can at any time, and if you want to gain access to any of these wires, then you can always get them from outside without having to strip any cupboards open or lift any floors, because you don't really want to be doing that. Yeah, all looking good. Wires just going in, and on the end of the wires, you must always remember to label them up because you will forget what they are. Not teaching you to suck eggs or anything, I'm just saying you should label them up, which they have done. And that's where we are for the minute at the inside. Hopefully by weekend, before you see this video, a bit more will get done to the inside. Hopefully the installation will get on and the roof will start to be insulated, and then we can actually crack on with the build. But looking really smart, I really like it. Really clean and tidy inside and all done to a good spec. That's the first time I've seen blacked out windows what look good. Usually they look terrible, but yeah, I do like that. Really like that. I'll show you the back of the van, what John's done with his backlights. It seems to be quite popular actually. So I'll show you where he's got up to with the backlight and the rear bumper. showing you the back end now what John's got done. Sorry if you can hear the wind just howling down the side of the van. This is his bumper he's got on now. This is 50mm square box section. This is just the sort of to stop it banging anything, or I'll tell you now, anything he reverses into is coming off second best. But that's the covers for the lights, all done and undercoated. He'll go over them with obviously a paint. Made a plinth for the number plate to sit on, which is quite nice. Which isn't on yet, but it will be. Put the number plate lights in the back there somewhere, aren't you?
I'm debating whether I'm gonna weld some more little brackets on underneath here when I've got them. When I've got the number plate lights. And just have two little brackets facing upwards. Are you with me?
Yeah, so it's shining on.
Or maybe stick them on here and shine them there. It doesn't really matter, does it? As long as you can see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 50mm square box section in. I've had to adjust these because the gaffer, i.e. Kerry, didn't like them being square. She wanted them slightly angled.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've adjusted them.
Yeah.
They're done now. So yeah, sorted.
You can see the back there all now done. It'll just want painting up. Got the nice brackets going over, covering all the side lights. The plinth for the number plate is ready. The boom bar. What do you call that? A bump bar, boom bar, whatever it is.
Bar, whatever you want to call it.
That's all done now. That's all fixed in place. Really strong.
And for those that were really observant last week, other than Graham because he didn't spot it.
No, I didn't.
I've rectified these, put them in the right direction, you see. I knew they were in the wrong place, but I just wanted to see how many.
No, you didn't.
I did, I wanted to see how many observant people noticed it.
Anyway, taking a notice of it. So yeah, all the back end on.
But all this lot's coming off ready when we start doing the filling and sanding. So all this lot obviously is all going to need filling, shaping, sanding down, right to the top in areas. So, but that's ready to be done when the weather gets better. Can't do out until the weather gets better, but it's prepping. We're getting there slowly.
Looking good, mate.
Yeah, cool.
So back today, we've got the framing in now for the bed. This is all steel, as you can see there. He's putting that in angle iron. I mean, this is proper framed off. Anybody runs up the back of this bus, they're gonna be in for a bit of a shock. So it's all framed off, all ready for the lats to go across here. The lats will just, this is just built out of, I think looks like 50mm angle iron going across all the way around the outside, all the way around. We've got a structural bar in the middle, which is just to keep it solid. It is absolutely solid. And that's where the bottom bed will go on. No, sorry, that's the top bed. That's where the top bed will go on, onto here. Lats across there, going across. And then the mattress will just go on top of that, which will keep it well aerated. So yeah, I think these will get boxed in once they've done them. Screwed to the bottom of the floor and welded at the top. Tacked in at the top. And that's the actual main frame of the back end. The reason they're doing it like this is so that they can have, they don't have to, the bed at the bottom will be a bed that they can put in or take out. If they haven't got the kids with them and they're just having a weekend away on their own or something, then they can just take this out and use it as boot space. And they're going to put some brackets in here where they can tie stuff down with it. So it all becomes, you know, absolutely solid and flying about anywhere. So on the side you can see the 40mm recticel, whatever they call it. I'll never get that name right. And you can see there they've got that pushed in there now. And all levelled up, all the bottom's done. All this is done now at the top. They've gone, this is what they've done with the windows. They've saved the bit they wanted. And this is all just 40mm recticel taped off, stuck to the back, the side, should I say. And you can see there that how they've gone round the windows with it. just cutting all the windows out and filling it all in. So this side now is ready for boarding. You can see the front there. All the same, just sheets of Recticel cut down with the holes cut in for the windows. And this is the soundproofing that they've stuck to here, just because they're going to put the wood against that. So that's stop it rattling on the windows, because this will be framed up inside here. You'll see that more as it comes along. I'll show more of that as we get further into it. Brackets are there for the seats. The seats are just going to sit back on there. And that's it. That's that side complete. All done. Got the roof to do yet. They haven't done the roof. But they've got that to do later on in the week. And this side's only halfway up now. They've got this to halfway. Again, using 40mm Recticel, whatever it is. And all that is just on there. They'll do these windows next, and that'll be that side done, and then they've just got the roof to do. John today has just tacked a couple of plates on. I've taken the air vents off from outside. This is standard in most of these vans, in these buses, because it's where the air used to work for the internal when it was a bus. They had big pipes in here that went everywhere. So a couple of plates over that one, a plate over that one and a plate over that one. Then he'll seal it from the outside and put another plate on top. All these will come out. These aren't screws he's put in, by the way. These was already here, so he'll cut them out and get rid of them. And then that'll be the roof ready for insulation. So we are definitely getting there. They built the frame out of steel because they just want to be able to hang stuff from it and make sure it's really solid, and believe me, that is solid. So I don't know how clear you can see me, it's a bit smoky in here, but thanks for joining me on this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Thanks a lot, and I will see you next week.